Man, when I heard that these was coming back all the way from 2006, I was so excited. But then, they're not the same thing. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 5 Retro in the Stealth 2.0 colorway. And no, they're not like the originals. The originals are the better of the two. In my opinion, I believe that those are one of my favorite, or I don't believe, I know. It's one of my favorite non-original colorways of the Air Jordan 5 was the original Stealths. What a year that was for Jordan 5 Retros, I gotta say. You wanna run it back for a second? But first, a word from our sponsor. The good folks over at Sole Savvy are sponsoring one of our videos yet again, and I absolutely love that because it helps us out, man. Might help you out too. Sole Savvy is a wonderful community built by sneakerheads for sneakerheads, where everybody's in it to win it for each other. So it's not a bunch of resellers trying to scoop up 25, 30 pairs of these things, just trying to flip them off to you for an extra 100. These guys are actually buying the shoes because they want the shoes. To do what with them? Well, to wear them. I think it's a fantastic community, again, full of like-minded individuals. So if you are all about that community aspect, meeting other people while also collecting, some of those gems that you've been eyeing, then maybe Sole Savvy is meant for you. So if you want to learn more about Sole Savvy, there's going to be a link down below in the description box. All you got to do is click that link. It'll head you over to their website where you can read more about it. And with that being said, back to action. So in order to be able to appreciate these guys right here, you got to know where they came from, right? So 1990 was the Air Jordan 5's original release. So we had the OG Fire Red, which is the actual Fire Red. Then we had the Fire Red Silver Tongue. These are not in order, by the way. I'm just going off the cuff or whatever. But there was a Silver Tongue colorway like this, also Fire Red. Then there was the Black and Metallics, and then there was the Grapes. And those, whew, man. Fast forward to my high school years, the year 2000, the Air Jordan 5 is seen for the first time since 1990. We saw retros of the original Fire Red, Silver Tongue, whatever you want to call them, and Black and Metallics, but we also got two new colorways. They called them Retro Plus, and it was the Laney and the White Metallic Silvers. Then we never saw this shoe again until 2006, and that's when we got a bunch of brand new colorways, and I'm talking about like a bunch. Are they some of the best non-originals? Maybe. So first up, we got the Black and University Blue. That one was met with a little bit of criticism because they had contrast stitching. Some people just did not like those. That reminds me of like the Citrus 7s. Again, contrast stitching. Some people love it, some people don't. And then we got the infamous Green Bean 5s. That's one of the blips. An all reflective shoe probably is not the thing anymore. But there was an alternate version for women that were really clean. It was the same basic colorway, but instead of green, it was pink, and those were fire, and those had great nubuck. Another great women's release was also the Sunset 5s. They are a great looking shoe. They did re-release the Grapes. And then we had the original version of these. These are the Stealth 2.0s, and again, that was the Stealth original or whatever you want to call it. The difference is that this guy right here has black behind the tongue, whereas the original had blue. They added this blue thing right here to the tip of the toe. I don't like it. It doesn't look bad. It's just, I'm used to it being all white. And then the gray is a little bit different. These guys are like really light gray. I love the dark gray that they used on the original pair. And then on top of that, the teeth thing, I'm not sure still what to think about this one because the original was just all blue, looks super clean. I love it, but I really love splatter print too, and that's what these guys have, and so I don't hate this one bit. Also, we cannot forget the olive green 5s. A lot of people consider those to be the undefeated 5s. Plus, we saw one of the best non-original colorways in my humble opinion, and that was the burgundy Air Jordan 5s. Pretty sure that you'd like those. She's gotten so used to the gym face that she just makes the gym faces now, okay? It's weird. Last but not least, 2006 saw the first release ever, and it was a women's shoe of the Air Jordan 5 Low. I love those. I think they're fantastic. Alrighty then. Now there were other releases after this. They kept going basically from 2007. There was, Jordan 5s, and then 2008 was the Countdown Pack 5s, but we're not gonna talk about any of those. Let's talk about these. So first things first, we got that herringbone outsole. I love this thing. I think that it looks fantastic. We got flex grooves all in there and everything like that. Fun fact, the air sole unit that is encapsulated within the polyurethane midsole has these same grooves flexed in. And also within that polyurethane midsole is a visible air sole unit in the heel, which you can see right here. Now these are not a Nike Air branded pair, which you can see they got the Jumpman on the back, so there is no PU insole in there, which is unfortunate. I don't remember what the 2006 run had. I don't know if they were just like an open cell foam or if they were PU. I do remember that the pairs before that, my high school years, those Jordan 5s did have PU, or the Jordan 5 Retro did have PU insoles, and I feel like the PU insoles just make these way more comfortable. Does the Jumpman bother me one bit? And again, I love the midsole treatment on these. I do wish that that gray was much darker like it was on the original. I just think that the darker gray looks a lot cleaner. It makes the white upper pop a little bit more. This has kind of like almost the same kind of like look to it to me. I don't know why. It's too much lightness, especially when you add the blue tint to the outsoles, which were not on the original. They were just normal clear soles. That's just a small nitpick though, because again, those teeth, man, those things are fire, dude. Like I love the way that that looks. So I don't know what I would have done. I do wish that this was the original version, because that's what I was excited about hearing, like, oh, the stealths are coming back. That's gonna be sick. And then I saw the scan or the leak of whatever this was, and I was like, what the f is that? That's not the stealth shoe, you know what I mean? So I was a little bit disappointed, but after seeing them in hand, in person, the leather too. It's not quite that 2006 type of leather, but it's pretty close. And on top of that, they got that new / old shape that they started with the Silver Tongue Fire Red Retro. So with that being said, I would go down half a size in these guys if you want a perfect 1-to-1 fit. That way you don't these things up and all that stuff with tons of creases. If you went true to size, you're gonna have a little bit of extra wiggle room in the toe. Some people like that, some people don't. I'm not a fan of that stuff. So what I like to do is go down half a size in this new shape, the one with the little tiny rand, because some of them have the bigger bubble toe and stuff like that. Those are the ones that you can go true to size with. These guys right here, for whatever reason, they feel a little long. But again, to reiterate, the leather on these guys is not just soft, it's not just tumbled, because tumbled doesn't mean shit. You can do this look and have it be some of the wackest leather ever. Look at the Air Jordan 13's toes. However, these guys right here have a nice thick cut. It's a nice soft leather. And I just think that they did a really good job on these. They look clean. I mean, look at that, dude. That's gorgeous. But what I was trying to show you is this. It's super reflective, all that kind of good stuff. Very cool. Now the release date on these guys is currently scheduled for March 27th. Retail price is going to be $190, and they will be available at all Jordan Brand retailers, including Phenom Global. So if you're interested in grabbing a pair, what I would suggest is following them on social. You can follow either the Elk Grove / Sacramento location, which is Phenom 916, and then you can also follow the main account, which is Phenom Global, and that's the Minneapolis locations. They actually have a new store.
Oh, right.
Their other store got looted.
Yes.
During all of that stuff. Now they have the new store, which is really cool. I like seeing like new shops, like what they do to it. The revamps are fun.
It's like a new restaurant being opened, just like new space.
A little bit.
You get to like reinvent yourself possibly.
That's the thing. Like you get to still have your flavor, you know what I mean? But like it's new flavor.
Yeah.
But what do you think about these? The 5 is not your cup of tea.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because we've reviewed quite a few 5s in the last year and a half or so. You know, it was like their 30th anniversary, so they dropped a lot of them. And so just in comparison, I don't know. Maybe I sound like a hypocrite, but I just feel like these don't have enough. They're very plain looking. They're very muted. I feel like maybe it needs a 23. He's gonna say no. Maybe they need something like the netting colored. He's gonna say no again. But it needs something. And I just kind of feel like this looks like that base model when you go on Nike ID or Nike by You to put in your color palettes, choose your options, and it's just very bleh.
So do you remember the original Stealth?
No.
Can I show them to you real quick? I just want to know if you think that the original is plain.
Yeah, it's...
What? No, be real.
No,
like,
real. I am being real.
That's
for
not
realsy
how
real.
That's not how we say it. I'm real.
I'm so real.
So you think that those are plain?
I do.
Which one do you think looks better then? And if you don't say the original.
Actually.
You really think that this one looked better?
I do.
Oh, she's fired, guys. She don't know what she's talking about, man.
I haven't been fired in a while.
I know. She's been pretty good lately. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.